Hello, this is Yedra, and this is my decoding tutorial for Identity 5. So first off, let's just break it down a little bit. So basically what this guide will contain is a short introduction on how to find cipher machines. There's two ways, I believe. Just how to do some calibrations. Then I'm going to get into some specific characters that decode a bit differently than other people. So yeah, I hope that's alright. So this guide is made for newer players. However, I will also include some intermediate tips in here for those who I don't know, need it, I guess. But I do hope you enjoy, and yeah, thank you. Okay, so in the tutorials for Identity 5, there is a section on how to find cipher machines, and as you can see, there's a top there. It's a yellow flashing icon, and this is really useful if you don't have the ability to see cipher machines at from far away. So as you can see, the mercenary is at the cipher, and if you well, okay, I don't think I looked behind me in that clip, but basically behind me there was a yellow cipher machine, and what that basically means is that the ability, right there, it's the ability in your persona trait to see cipher machines from a certain distance. Now this is one I always recommend because sometimes you cannot see cipher machines. On certain maps, cipher machines are just really difficult to come by. So let's talk about that's the two ways to find cipher machines. So here you can see me actually decoding it. Now keep in mind, sometimes when you spawn in, you can spawn right next to cipher machines. However, sometimes they might not be decodable, and that just means that the hunter has a certain persona trait that allows them to just not let you decode that specific cipher for 30 seconds, I believe. So yeah. It's a bummer, because I was in a bot match here, it didn't show up, but yeah, that's basically that part. Moving on to, how to, properly calibrate them and things like that. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm decoding the cipher machine as cheerleader. Now, you see the calibration, I get it, it's perfect. So basically what you want to do there is a little circle, it'll give you a notification and a circle will pop up. And you want to hit it so you can gain, okay, so I'm gonna be honest here, this original clip was meant to be for showing you sometimes the characters aren't meant for decoding, but I'm just going to use this clip for me talking about calibrations instead. So basically, you want to click the little circle and you want to hit the yellow part. That will give you a short amount of decoding progress, which is really good. However, if you miss it, you will lose decoding progress, which is bad. And certain characters will be affected by this, so it's important that you don't fail it. Anyway, yeah, we can move on to the next part now, because this was just a little silly part. Moving on to mechanic. Okay, so Tracy Resnick is basically the mechanic, and what she does is that she has a bot. Now the bot's name is George, I believe, and I don't know what I did here. It was an accident, honestly. I didn't mean to teleport, however I guess this would work as a decoding thingy. Anyway, so Tracy basically has a bot, and the bot's name is George, and what she basically does is that she can place down a bot, and it can act as an extra teammate, and what it does is that it decodes. Yeah, it decodes, and so what most mechanic, he was just a little silly feeling that calibration, but what mechanic can basically do is that she can decode another cipher while her bot is on that cipher, and that's really good. Really good. And yeah, so that works as an additional teammate, basically. Now, you do have to check on it constantly, but yeah, anyway, so this is actually a good learning opportunity here for decoding. As you can see there's a lock. It's like an arrow down, right? That means that there's a 70% decoding debuff with the person you're decoding with because you're decoding together. And that's really bad. Please don't decode together unless it's an emergency. I did a little shame emote there because I didn't want to decode with that person. Anyway, it's basically what mechanic can do. If you're an intermediate player with her, then you can kite with her. So while she's like kiting, putting down pallets, like got pallets done, you can decode with the bot while she's like kiting. You don't want to kite with mechanic, however, it's still like really good if you want to like do that. Now obviously, if you do have to kite with George, then that's fine. Just kite away from the main body. That's basically all I gotta say there. So Margaretha Zell, aka the female dancer, basically she has two music boxes. The pink one speeds up her and other survivors' actions, while the blue one decreases and slows down the hunter actions. And for the pink box, it also includes decoding. So she decodes like pretty average, however for like 3 music boxes, she like gets her decoding up, you know? And it does the same for other teammates. Now here, I did go a little crazy with the boxes, because in customs you can make it to where you have unlimited boxes, so I was just being kind of silly with that. You only have 3 boxes per match, so please use them like, really, please use them like really sparingly, because not only can those be used to kite, but they also can be really necessary for like healing and decoding and stuff like that. However, here you can see, like, I was kind of panicking because this was supposed to be a serious clip for Margaretha. So I just kind of wandered to the next cipher, which thankfully it was pretty close by. And by close by, I mean really far away. However, an additional tip with Margaretha while she's decoding, she can decode ciphers really fast when it's with someone else. Like, I know I said don't decode together, however, it's like 2 ciphers left, then it's fine. You can put down 2 music boxes with your teammate if you have that much, and you can like decode with them, and it'll speed things up by so much. Same with the exit gate, I believe. And also, if you do need to rescue, I know this is a decoding build, not decoding build guide. However, if you need to rescue, then use her blue music box if you can, because it can slow down chair time. That's really important. Anyway, yeah, for female dancer, just like, yeah. Very basic, I believe. So here we have the Mind's Eye, aka Helena Adams. So the thing about her is that she is blind. I mean, she did get a vision update, but she's basically way harder to like see than every other character. And basically she can see the hunter if she uses her stick, however that's mainly it. Also she can see parts of the maps better. But she's blind. However, interesting thing about her is that she's probably the fastest decoder in the game. And that's like really impressive because it usually takes a minute to decode a cipher. If you do every calibration with her as a perfect, you could probably get it down to like 50, I'd say. Assuming that like the average decoding time is 60 seconds. It usually isn't, it's like 70, but however, the thing is, Helena gets like way fewer calibrations, like next to none. I actually don't remember ever getting a calibration with Helena, but she probably has like a few. So if you're bad at calibrations, you can just do that. However, she's also very like weak at kiting. So if you are like suspecting if you're gonna kite or want to learn, then I wouldn't recommend playing Helena for your matches because she vaults really slowly. Anyway, that's all about her. Let's move on. Okay, so now we have Luca Bassa, aka the Prisoner. Now, Prisoner's a really popular character to play, so it's like really important that you get down some of his more basic things. So basically, once you find your cipher and you're not kiting and nothing's bad happening, you should do a little cheer because that's really good. That's really good for you. Anyway, so you want to start decoding. Now, prisoner, if you click the little glove there, you can connect to a cipher. Now, please, like, decode, like, okay, so basically the closer the cipher is, the more, like, less stuff it's gonna, like, do. I'll explain later. Anyway, so you can see a little knob there. There's a 12% option, a 24% option, what else was there? Like a 30-something option, and then like a 48 option. And basically that's just what like more you give to your cipher machine that you're like also decoding. Now keep in mind, this is not the same as decoding together, as he has no debuff when he's decoding with another person via this so you're decoding two ciphers at the same time, basically. So please, like, it's more important to, like, get a cipher that's being decoded by somebody else that's also the closer to you, if you're Luca. Yeah, this clip was really short, but that's basically for like, him. Yeah. Okay, so Little Girl is also a really popular character that people play, and she can teleport to other people. Like, you click that little icon there, she can teleport. However, never do that at 5 ciphers. Don't immediately leech, like, unless you, like, don't want to kite and the hunter's nearby or something. Like, yeah, she has no decoding debuff either. However, she has this, like, really, like, special ability. And let's pretend like I already decoded that cipher, 2 ciphers now, because Cipher Rush. And so we just teleport to someone else, we teleport to the mercenary in this case, and now we do this. We basically just leeched onto him, so now, like, this is still the same as decoding with somebody else, you still get that 70% debuff. However, like, you aren't at risk, as much of a risk. And you can also do the same with kiting, however, we're not going to get into that, because this is a decoding guide. But yeah, and you see how much faster that goes, too? Like, it's like a... I have no idea what I was doing here. Yeah, I was just disapproving the mercenary a little bit. And I was just having some fun here. I'm just gonna cut, like, the rest of this out, because I was having, like, way too much fun. But that's basically all, like, the little decoding tips I have for memory. That's also her name. So, yeah. Okay, so for our next one, his name is Frederick Kraberg. However, he's, like, the most unique decoder, I believe. So, starting off, that's our little Austrian boy. I believe he's Austrian, at least. Anyway, so he has this little, like... Yeah, if you've never played Identity 5 before, this is, like, a whole new experience. Like, that... And also, this... He has 3 levels at which he can decode, and you're basically just playing Project Sekai with him. However, like, the better you get, like, the most... the more the cipher gets decoded. So he can decode really fast if you, like, get a good combo. And, like, I believe, like, the more, like, the level it is, like, the more faster he decodes. And do you see how fast that is? Like, that is unbelievably fast. He's, like, probably, like, the worst. And he mostly kites, too, which is a problem. Like, most decoders do for some reason. However, like, he's probably, like, such a nightmare, when he's not having to, like, kite. I wouldn't know, I always target him, and I barely play him, but, yes, that's our little Austrian boy, and you see how fast this is. I think this is just, like, the average time, however, like... It still seems, like, way faster than, like, any other, like, the decoders and stuff. Also, that little wrench there, that's for, if you need to, like, quickly stop decoding, because it can be difficult to exit the screen. Yeah. Okay, so this is just, like, a real mesh I've had as a mechanic. It was a bonbon. And so the first step I do is that I hide. Like, that's, like, the first main thing that I do. However, I didn't do it here because I knew that I knew that he was gonna go. I just need a spawn location, okay? That's all I have to, like, say for myself. I don't know why the little girl, like, leached here. Like, that's the main reason why I say don't leech or teleport at 5 ciphers, because you could end up, like, delaying, like, the whole cipher rush. Like, you can just, like, not do it. Anyway, as you can see, I placed my little bot there. Yeah, and basically here, I was just making sure George wasn't like doing any bad calibration. So keep in mind we did get a loss here. However, as you can see, I'm putting the whole. Oh, I had the kite here. This is what I meant earlier when I said that if you need to kite with your main body, you can also use the bot to decode. I did some pretty sick jukes here. However, I'm still kind of failed because we did lose. Like, this was a loss. However, I did just kind of like this little pro stuff I did here. It was a devastating loss too. My bot died. No, it was at the exit gate, but I couldn't save myself in time with it. But yeah, so as you can see, I was a little greedy there when I was like decoding with my bot. Like, I was a little greedy. Little girl tried to get a pallet stun. However, like, yeah. And I got chaired. Keep in mind, I did get rescued. This was kind of embarrassing. Like, I know I shouldn't be, like, and this is, I just, like, kind of sped it up to the max a bit. Like, if you want to see it, you can. However, as you can see, like, it was kind of, you're kind of going through a lot this match. Like, yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. And as you can see, I was kind of cipher hopping here because he went near my cipher. Whenever the hunter is near your cipher, you just don't want to deal with it. Journalist was kiting here. I was trying to decode, but then he switched targets to me. And I couldn't save myself in time. I don't know what I was doing there. I should have rescued my bot. Anyway, yeah, that's basically that. Let's ignore that. Moving on, that was my kiting guide for Identity 5. I really hope this, like, helped some new players. And, like, maybe I'll make, like, a kiting guide. Maybe a rescuing guide. I don't know, maybe I'll do a few character guides or something. However, that's like, basically it. Like, I don't really have anything else to, like, say. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and, remember, I'm Yidra. I'm probably gonna be, like, the next cherry wine, but minus the problematic stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.